Good evening. It is Saturday night, live from Le Mans. It is the Amigos Racing Team Saturday Endurance. It's round 3 of the championship. My name is Darren Paul. I'm going to call the action for you this evening, as we've got a 1-hour race coming up after the conclusion of the qualifying and practice. We're currently towards the latter stages of the practice session, so a long way away from qualifying. That's at 8:30, and the race around 8:45. 60 minutes race. We do have strategy in this series. Strategy, a huge part, of course, of endurance motorsport. Like I said, this is the 3rd round of this series, the Tier 1 series, as ART Happy T just nearly kept hold of it. This is the 3rd round. We have had racing from Brands Hatch, Sardinia, and now today Le Mans. Red Bull Ring is next, Barcelona, Spa, Fuji, back into the LMP1s, before Dragon Trail Gardens, Suzuka, and then the final round at Monza, again in the LMP1s. So lots of racing left in this series, and we are going to be bringing it to you here at the Amigos Racing Team. Let's know what you make of the action. Get it in the chat. Hope everybody is going to be enjoying what is going to be a great round of action. Let's there's Art Jovis, who will be familiar to you, as he is calling it a lap. Starts it. Good entry. ART Mohammed. Let's have a look at the standings. It is ART Mohammed, the man right now taking us down the Mulsanne Straight. He is the series leader after 2 rounds, 46 points. Simo 119, Art Joseph, THG. I'm gonna go with Richie, R13HIE. TSO40 is also joint 4th. Blossom Up KTM is in 6th. Art No Hassle, somebody that got a lot of attention in the Tuesday night sprints earlier this week. Mario Kalo 23 is in 10th. DJ Lawrence 89 is in 11th with Wenel Allen. Oscar X0 13, and Willie D 312 props up the table. He's a very fast driver. Very fast driver. Is he better suited to the sprints? Well, who's to say? We're going to find out. We're going to hopefully see a lot more than him in this series. So we're going to jump on board with ART Mohammed, just taking us up throh Arnage. Car behind, just ghosting out for a second there. Going to take us up to Porsche curves. This long, fast drag up into the Porsche curves. This is a challenging part of the race circuit. Easy to make a mistake here. And then we're into the Corvette curves. Again, lots of, and in the 24 hours of Le Mans, you see a lot of abuse of track limits right on the right hand side there. Keeps it very clean and tidy. Now he's coming up to the Ford chicanes to end the lap here. I mean, see TGH Richie, he's not listening to the broadcast. Race starts out 8:45 as ART Mohammed just keeps it together over start finish. Going past the now iconic Michelin sign up the hill towards the Dunlop Bridge, past the chicane. Over the bridge again, gets a little bit squirrely. These LMP1s, ART Mohammed, he's in the Audi. You want to step out on you just a little bit. And now heading to Tete Rouge. Through the Forest S's. Tete Rouge now. Onto the world famous Mulsanne straightaway. In times gone past, this was one single section of racetrack. Now with safety advances, we've got the two chicanes. Cars travelling 300 plus kilometers an hour on what are public roads. The first chicane, handled well by ART Mohammed. And again, another just long drag. Get up to speed. Low-ish downforce. You're on throttle 85% of the time around this track. Look for your brake board. There it is. Turn in. Fully committed. Second chicane. And that's been navigated. Now it's down to the Mulsanne kink into the Mulsanne corner. Named after the small village. Village of Mulsanne. And again, there's a kink. Nearly a lift, little bit, and then hard into the braking. See a lot of cars as curse to the commentator, ART Mohammed makes a mistake that we see quite a lot. Cars overcommit a little bit and they get it turned around. Best to get your mistakes done early. And of course, in this virtual setting. We'll stay on board with ART Mohammed as he's going to take us up from Mulsanne corner. Now this is the run up to Indianapolis. Why Indianapolis? It's because of the bang nature of the corner, named after the world famous racetrack itself. Around here is where Mike Rockenfeller had that scary crash after he actually dipped a toe just a little bit onto the grass in the darkness hours, spearing off into the wall onto the left. Heavy braking, using that camber, that banking in Indianapolis. Now they head up to Arnage. Again, another fairly heavy braking zone. 90-degree right-hander. Now dragging past the Porsche sign up to the Porsche curves. Full throttle all the way up. Still climbing in speed, still climbing in speed. Now the brakes go on heavy. See how much he's gone across the circuit. But this is good aggressive driving from ART Mohammed. I expect to see a lot of this in the race. Tyres will be a factor as he goes into the Chevrolet chicane. Sorry, the Corvette curves. My apologies. Corvette curves. And then instead of going left with the Ford chicanes, goes right into the pit complex. As we see ART Mohammed's crew with those sticker Michelins. He ever makes it. Ordinarily, in GT, a pit stop is a work of a moment, but a long pit straight here in Circuit de la Sarthe. See the traditional Audi livery, and away he goes. So just a change of tyres for ART Mohammed. Now, let's talk about tyres. Let's talk about the rules of this event, of this series. So, permitted tyres. You've got the Racing Super Soft, the Racing Soft, and the Race Medium compounds available. Mediums, being the hardest of the compounds, they must be used at least once in a race. Now that doesn't mean that there is a compulsory pit stop. Let's say that you were to start on the mediums and somehow manage your fuel and tyre wear efficiently, you could theoretically get away without stopping. I think that's pretty much impossible, but who is to say? So they start on the tyre compound they qualify on, so they set their fastest lap. They have to start on that compound, but they start on fresh tyres. Tyre and fuel wear off for qualifying. It is on for the race. 6 times tyre wear, 2 times fuel depletion. That means you've got to be careful with your fuel use, with your tyre wear. Strategy, huge element in endurance racing. It's a grid start with penalties attached if you jump the start. Fixed setups, we've got balance of performance, and we are using the 2016 LMP1 cars for this event. And again, let's just go back to the rounds. Now, 3 rounds in this series will be using LMP1. The remainder are Group 3 cars, as Felix 1 loses it just coming down the hill after the Dunlop Bridge, and he ghosts out. A beautiful view. Spectators here at Lasat. That's ART Habby taking a bit of a spin down at Mulsanne Corner. Yes, Mulsanne Corner. So we're on board. Checking on the progress of Oscar X0. We are a little bit away from qualifying. We are 10 minutes away from qualifying. So I'm going to take myself a moment, and we'll be right back with live coverage. Continues of the Le Mans Round 3 Tier 1 Group 3 Endurance from Amigos Racing Team. Welcome back to Le Mans. It is Circuit and Paul here, bringing you through the action for the Amigos Racing Team. Round 3. This is Tier 1 action. Live from arguably the most famous racetrack on the planet. A reminder, qualifying gets underway in 9 minutes time. That'll be 15 minutes. Now, compound of tyre that you set your qualifying lap on, that is what you start on for the race. You get fresh stickered tyres, but still you must start on that compound. It's going to be interesting. Will drivers get the medium stint out of the way. So qualifying on mediums. Wheel drivers go bold, try and get that big advantage early on softs or super softs, which obviously faster, stickier, but they deteriorate very, very quickly. So don't last as long. It's that strategy element that we love in endurance motorsport. That's why it is the best form of racing on the planet. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. As we stay on board with Oscar X0 coming down the Mulsanne kink into Mulsanne corner, heavy braking, gets it, just hangs it up on that curb on the outside. That's lovely. That's a really nice execution of that particular corner. An important corner in the context of the race to get right. He is in the Audi R16 RSR. One of the most beautiful cars ever made. I'm in no way biased. As we see X Felix 1, he is driving, to me looks like a Toyota. And it is. It's the TS050 Hybrid 2016. That has been the shell essentially for huge success for Toyota, especially since Audi and Porsche no longer compete at Le Mans. All set to change. Of course, Porsche, show my age there. The legendary battles with Audi. As Urbe letting the world know he's head home. Apologies for that there. Just had a tweet from the legendary John Hindhaugh. Do your preparation, be careful with food and drink intake, enjoy it. I didn't tell him it was only a 60-minute race, and that's what we got coming up. 8:45, 60 minutes from the greatest motor racing circuit on the planet. So we just run through as the Muscle Milk KTM, and again he's rocking a Muscle Milk liveried Toyota. Muscle Milk sponsored some Porsches in again late 2000s, early 2010s in the American Le Mans series. The Muscle Milk Porsches, very similar livery to what Muscle Milk KTM is running with here. Beautiful, beautiful cars. He's picked himself up a little penalty. No danger right now. Good practice to scrub it off. Again, lift off a little bit early. Dab on the brake just a little bit more. Now in the race, no ghosting out. Not even for penalties, I don't think. So that is going to be an area to watch. Here he is, Muscle Milk KTM. TS050 Hybrid 2016. What else we got? We got Simo 119, second in the standings. We will take another look at that as we get closer to qualifying beginning, which should be about 4 minutes time. And he is driving, if I'm not mistaken, a Porsche. He is the 919 Hybrid Porsche team 2016. Beautiful bit of engineering. And again, that's heading through the first chicane on the Mulsanne straight. So, 5 on board with Felix 1. Next, Felix 1 taking us out for a lap of Le Mans. So as he heads around the circuit, I'm going to take a moment off mic and you can just enjoy the sounds of the TS 050 Hybrid. Welcome back to Le Mans. We should be just about to be getting underway with qualifying. Just let me know down in the comments section if you can hear commentary at this time. Because well, that would be really unfortunate if you could. The rules just come in. No changing compounds in quali. And we can hear ART Rabbit, who was very, very competitive in Tuesday night's sprint series. A man built for touring car racing, I think. But of course, many, many legendary touring car drivers have found great success at Le Mans and in endurance motorsport in general. Andy Prio, name that jumps to mind. Racing at Le Mans, number of occasions, most recently in the 4 GTs. after having an illustrious career as a touring car driver. So we should be just about to dive into qualifying. So let's dive on with ART Roulette. Heavy braking into that second chicane. I don't want a backseat drive, but I think he could have taken a bit more speed through there. But that's what practice and qualification is all about. Getting things right. Get your line right. Make sure you're happy with your car. We're about to go into qualifying. We have cars out on track. There is the live timing monitor. Obviously, nobody yet set a lap, but they will. That's what we want, sports fans. So, qualification will begin in 5 seconds. Good luck to all the drivers and enjoy. So, 10-minute qualifying session here live in Le Mans. It's Circuit de la Sarthe, and we start on board with Simo 119. Heading up the Dunlop chicane under the bridge for the first time. Already been a bit cheeky with track limits, but half a second round here, easy to scrub off, I would say. That's what we want. Simo going a bit slowly there. As we are watching from the view of E. Lopez 99. He's getting blue flags for no real reason. He's got Simo 119 ahead of him. TG8 GHG Richie, I hope that translates to. Art Mohammed just behind him. ALT Happy T in 5th. Muscle Milk KTM and in 6th. What does that count for? Right now, nothing. Let's talk about the circuit. It is round 3, Le Mans in the LMP1s. Circuit de la Sarthe, constructed in 1923. A couple of people thought, let's have a 24-hour car race. Let's try and push this new automobile as hard as it can go. And there was the greatest motor race on earth born. The 24-hour of Le Mans, held here every year on mostly public roads. What we see now, public roads. It is 13.629 kilometers in its current configuration, 38 turns, but you are on throttle for 85% of the lap. The full metal lap record in its current configuration, a 3:17.297 by Mike Conway. That was in the Toyota Gr3 Racing 2019 LMP1. The GT Sport LMP1 world record, a 3:15.984. That was set by R8G22 in the Audi R18, set in August 2018, which is when, roughly when, this map was added to GT Sport. There are 3 faster drivers, but they are in Group X rather than Group 1. This is a Group 1 race. Makes sense. A reminder of the race rules. There are 3 compounds. The mediums must be at least once. You start on the tyre you qualify on. No tyre wear and fuel wear for qualifying. It is on in the race. Those tyres are going to wear away, especially those super softs. 6 times tyre wear. 2-time fuel depletion. There is a grid start, unlike what we traditionally have at Le Mans. Fixed setups. There is balance of performance, so there should be equity between the cars, and it's a non-tuned series. You have to run the default. 2016 LMP1 cars only. Let's take a look at the standings. ART Mohammed, dive on board with him. He leads the championship, 46 points from 28 points on Simo 119. Art Jovis, THG R13HIE, which my brain is converting into Richie. Let me know, please. And THG TSO40 in 4th. Let's just check out the bottom of the standings. And there they are. A couple of really fast races there. Willie D321, who was causing a ruckus the other day in the Tier 1 of that sprint series on Tuesday nights. He's got 1 point in the standings so far. A reminder, we've got a lot of racing ahead of us. 1 hour tonight around the greatest motorsport arena on earth. Then it's off to the Red Bull Ring in the rain. Barcelona, Spa, Fuji back in the LMP1s. Dragon Trail Gardens 2, Suzuka, and then Monza. The Cathedral of Speed for the final round of this Amigos Racing Team Saturday Group 3 Endurance Series. It is Tier 1. The best of the best that they've got here at ART. We are not far away from getting those first lap times in. THG Richie headed towards Indianapolis. And then into Arnage. Now, as noted, this is a very long lap. These guys will be able to get in maybe 2 qualifying laps. Easy to put a foot wrong here as well, as he goes round Arnage. Takes that quite nicely. Gets on the gas early. Dragging up now towards Porsche curves. Remember, share this stream out if you're watching. Share it on all your social medias. Does your dog have a social media channel? If so, get them sharing it as well. The more the merrier. Watching ART Amigos Racing Team Endurance Racing from the greatest racetrack on planet Earth. What will THG R13HIEs, aka Richie, What will his time be over the line? A 3:22.550. And that is good enough for provisional pole right now. Felix Stowe, he goes top with a 3:22.412. Muscle Milk, Art Jovis, second time in the 25s. Oscar Zero also in the 25s. ART Happy T 39. THG TSO 40 goes first. 3:21.654. Sorry, that is incredibly quick. M McCullum, a 3:25.319. DJ Lawrence 89. This is a guy who has beaten me in many races, by the way. He's very quick. A 3:25.887. Your fastest lap so far, THG TSO 40, a 3:21.654. Another interesting wrinkle. Such a long lap here. What is it? 13.6 kilometers. If you get it wrong on tyres, by even a little bit, those tyres can really drop off a cliff. If you're halfway down the Mulsanne Straight, that's a long way home. A long way indeed. If you mess it up on fuel, there are consequences, and Le Mans takes no prisoners. THG TSO 40 currently sat atop provisional pole. This will be the final lap of qualifying. Can anybody topple him? Or topple them? THG Richie again coming through Indianapolis into Arnage. He'll be heading up to Porsche curves. ART Mohammed, series leader. He's got Felix 1 all over the back of him. As ex Felix 1 just loses it just a little bit. Let's take a look at that if we can. Just back end steps out on him a bit, and that's not uncommon at Arnage. There goes ART Mohammed. Let's jump on board. As we should be getting more times about to come in. In fact, it looks like drivers are going to get themselves an additional lap. THG Richie not able to go pole. Simo 119, a 3:22.036 for Richie. ART Mohammed a 3:22.235. The Jovis a 3:23. What can TSO 40 do? It is a 3:21.155. He goes quicker still, and he will have, unless somebody can do something quite miraculous, he will have the pole. DJ Lawrence pushing it to the very limit. What does he do? 3:25.488. And he was the last on track, I think. I believe that will conclude our qualifying session. Let's take a look at timing and scoring. It will be THG TSO 40 on pole at 3:21.155. Incredible pace. But not the best sector. Interestingly, Oscar X0, he's pretty racy himself, set back-to-back purple sectors, Sector 3 and Sector 4. 27, 9, and a 23, 34. So just a little bit quicker in those sections of the track. It'll be interesting to see how he goes during the rest of the racing. There he is, your provisional pole sitter. We had a bit of a technical issue. Hopefully it's all been resolved. Qualifying has now ended.